YouTube, and today we're reacting to I predicted the end of IRL streaming. Oh, Mazy. I don't even know what this one's about, so let's just get into it, bro. Let's do it.
I think we're gonna see a shift that says I want to get back in tune with my community and build my true and authentic self with a group of true and authentic people. After an IRL streaming boom that would most certainly build a bunch of content creators' careers off of its shenanigans, nonsense, and tomfoolery, but also birthed some of the worst, and I do mean worst, content creators out there on the planet.
Yeah, this guy. Hold on.
Tomfoolery, but also birthed some of the
This guy. There are some very unique people on this earth, man. Like, sometimes you gotta sit back and be like, wow. I don't know, but I don't know, bro. It's just like, gang. Really? Yeah, I don't know.
Worst, and I do mean worst, content creators out there on the planet. I made a prediction 5 months ago that streaming would get back to its natural roots. Desktop, chat, gaming, creators just hanging out and growing a community from the comfort of their desktops. And it seems as though some of the biggest creators in the game are doing just that. But streaming isn't going backwards. Creators have taken their years of experience creating the biggest and most massive events, IRL, and bringing all of that newfound knowledge back to their desktop where it all started. And I think that there's a reason why, and I believe that this is way more sustainable than any sort of IRL content creator could have ever imagined. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. The train to 200K is right there. Are you gonna get on? Are you gonna not get on? Are you gonna play around? If you're gonna play around, you need to go ahead and just walk away. Walk away right now. Now, back into the video. iShowSpeed is one of the biggest streamers and content creators in the world, and he didn't do that by sitting at a desktop. In fact, he did the opposite. He picked up his camera, put on a backpack, and decided that he was going to go around the world and cultivate an audience that would love him from this hemisphere to that hemisphere. He went to sporting events, he ran through different cities, he met a bunch, and I do mean a bunch of celebrities along the way. And while he did create some chaos along his journey,
I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to speed, right? Speed is the definition of anything is possible. And it's not no glaze, nothing. Oh my God, nah, listen. Buddy has made more money than people who have been here for more than at least 5 decades. Probably combined. Probably. Like, he's in the one, he might be in the 1%. Unless I don't know math that pretty well, but he might be up there, cause and he incorporated other people's dreams, doing all these things, meeting all these people, growing his own brand, chasing his dreams, accomplishing them, going bigger and beyond than he ever could imagine. And he's not even 25. He has literally completed life. Literally at the age of like what? Ain't he like 21? Let me see. Hey Siri. How old is iShowSpeed? Alright, he's not trying to tell. I'm gonna say like 21. But I digress. That buddy, and he said he probably set for life too. I ain't gonna lie. He probably never. He can retire right now. Unless I'm tripping. I'm probably tripping, but he could really retire right now. His estate. Hey. Whoever, if he ever becomes a dad or wife or you hit jack, bro. I'm telling you, you set for life. And young too, bro. It's crazy.
Also spread his global influence. Similar to kwazi, he's had his similar escalation.
He's global too. That's the difference between him and kwazi. He's global. Performing at the World Cup.
production in its own way, whether it be the celebrity streams, whether it be the mafia-thons, whether it be the streamer universities. KaiZenet has put on arguably the hugest productions in the streaming industry. Just last month, Streamer University generated 56.79 million hours watched across its broadcast and peaked at 1.45 million viewers. And once I heard that the two were doing a collaboration / joint stream, I just knew that there was going to be some sort of big and huge endeavor attached to it. Think about it. iShowSpeed just came out of his World Cup tour where he was going around for these different cities, seeing all of these different games, spreading his international influence, even while
my quality look like that, bro. Hold on. I know I ain't tripping.
He was in the States, and KaiZenet just came off of Stream University, the biggest streaming event of the year. But boy, did it come to my surprise in the initial that it didn't require all that production. It just required 2 guys, 2 computers, 2 cameras, their chats, and like an 8-bit Minecraft game.
You know, but we still have to beat every boss on hardcore.
Exactly. Yeah, you got the 2 biggest streamers in the world, and all they do is sit down playing Minecraft. Like it's kind of like that saying, do the hard work in the beginning so you can rest a little bit later. They probably made it's half a million, crazy to say, off the 5 days, maybe a quarter. They at least laid a couple thousand. 100,000 at least. They had to. I didn't really see their sub count, but
once it gets to the 10-day period, everything starts over. Even if we already did kill the boss.
A Minecraft stream. That doesn't align with anything that these two have been doing recently. I mean, there's nothing inherently big about Minecraft. Granted, the stakes were high. The behind the scenes, and by behind the scenes, I mean like background production, did look good. It did look beautiful. But an 8-bit game for 2 of the biggest streamers in the world would be a backward step in production. But I'm not gonna lie, for all 121 hours that these two played, it was some of the most entertaining content that I have seen in a long time.
One more! Get up! Yeah! Oh my god!
it was just cool to see. This was like one big crossover episode, and we ain't seen this in forever since the Kai and Speed show. I think it was on Rumble. So that was another thing that, you know, made this more like refreshing and impactful.
Say what lie we doing that, bro. We doing that, bro.
Like there were 60,000 people watching them sleep. Do you know how, like, you can't compete with that? They was literally sleeping, making bands. Like that's crazy. They already make bands while they sleeping. They was making bands live while they sleeping. That's crazy.
This week we're
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even want my stud to overheat. Hold on, chat. Help me get YouTube Premium. Please. Help me. I can't keep doing this.
The streamers will return back to their desktop. It's not because IRL is no longer working, because it clearly is still working. And that does come with the asterisk that we'll get into a little bit later. But if you look at some of the biggest content creators in the space right now, I'm seeing this trend that is going on. And a lot of them are sitting back in front of their desktops. Look at Senna, who has turned her home desktop into this base as she prepares for a month-long streaming saga. Hell, streamers Your Rage and Extra Emily sat down for an elite Call of Duty session that lasted like a week. It was something long, but it was something entertaining as well. Pause. And then you have the traditional desktop streamers that are still proving that there's some viability to desktop streaming as a whole. Streamer Jinxie has been building some of the biggest creator events all.
And I ain't gonna lie, this made me start thinking like, dang. Actually, this should really be a sign for all streamers. Gaming will probably never die. So, cause I think a lot of people be thinking that like IRL streaming is just the go-to to streaming and everything. Nah, bro. Nah. Kai and Speed just showed you like live streaming games is still valid to get somewhere. So it really started occurring to me like, what's some games that like I would be willing to play for a long extended period of time. So GTA, I might really consider that. I've never played GTA in my life. So RP, we might, okay, I ain't gonna lie. We might have to go back to the webcam. Had to get back. Camera's starting to overheat. Oh no. Okay. Let's continue.
While never leaving the comfort of his seat, and it's yielding good results.
I've been streaming.
Oh yeah, JT is a prime example that like gaming is always going to be valid. But he's getting 40 a stream. And I mean 40K a stream. Just to bruh, if you gonna overheat somewhere else, gang. You turn it back on just so you can blow up again, aren't you? Stupid ass. Alright, anyway. But yeah. They're really showing us that gaming's still alive, man. So I'm gonna get back on my gaming stuff too.
Since 2019, I've never in my life seen 7,000 subs in like 8 minutes. I broke my record by a mile.
Breaking a record without having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on big budget productions and going out there being annoying to the unsuspecting is a big deal. That's no shade to anybody, but ultimately the desktop is starting to feel important again. Now, I want to make it clear. I feel like some people may misinterpret this as desktop streams equal low effort, dumbed down versions of streams, and the IRL streams are these high quality.
Yeah, they was making IRL seem like if you're not going IRL, you're not really a streamer. And that's not true. Queso, Jinxie, I mean, Lacey now probably most of the time be desktop. Like, desktop is still there. It's just what you do desktop that like, bro, T-Banks didn't name himself just doing desktop. Like, gang, IRL didn't really become a major thing until like what? 22, 23. So before that, desktop was the move, and desktop was always going to be that blueprint. IRL is more like the major events, because if you try to go IRL and you have nothing planned, your stream is gonna flop. So you really gotta have things set in place, and that costs money too. So you save you a lot of money doing desktop. That's why you rarely see me IRL. And I don't got defined for nothing else, so it's gonna stay like that for a while, okay? I'm just letting you know right now, so don't get mad. I already told you in the beginning. I already told you in the beginning. I'm gonna give the program. If you can't, oh well. It sucks to be you.
High effort, high energy streams, but these are not the same desktop streams that your grandfather or your older brother is used to. These are still great productions. When people think of desktop streams, they ultimately think of like low effort. Hey, I'm sitting with my chat, pulling up a video that my audience has probably watched or sent to me. I'm just doing some sort of like low effort reaction, or even if I am hanging out with other creators, it's in a Discord call and we're just doing some play now 2K, just firing up a game and hanging out with the bros. But now in 2026,
I mean, people enjoy that type of content, so I don't really, all these low effort, lazy whatever, bro. If you're not sparking up streams, you can't really talk, bro. Like, I don't get how people who don't do anything, but they try to tell you how to do your job, but they would never go and do it. I hate it, gang. That's one thing that actually blows me, bro. Like, if you're not gonna do what you're telling me to do, don't say nothing, cause you can't tell somebody how to do their job and you're not even doing it yourself. I literally hate that, bro. I hate that. I will never tell another man how to do his job if I'm not doing it myself. So y'all gotta stop that, bro.
that is not the case. I think the best example of this is Jinxie, who is putting on these massive tournaments, these massive gaming expeditions with some of the biggest creators around the world.
Like, you have to be, this is creativity. Whether you call it lazy or whatever, bro. Setting up a tournament, half of you play tournaments and don't record. Like, bro, we all trying to get to the bread. So if a man's trying to get to the bread, and at least he's trying through a desktop, bro, he's doing more than you. You can never hate on another man for doing something that you wouldn't do, bro. That don't make no sense. There's a lot of things, people be going around trying to start all these content groups and you know, saying they be ready to work and stuff, and they don't be ready to work. JC's already bold enough showing his face. Kai's already bold enough showing his face. Like, all these shit, we're bold enough showing our faces, bro. Because a lot of people, there's a lot of you that would not show your face for whatever reason. But we do it, gang. We take pride in ourselves and we take pride in our work. Because we all know one day it's going to pay off. I'm still waiting for my day, and I know it's going to come. And that's all I'm worried about. So all this lazy talk, low effort, bro, nah. Streaming is streaming. Streaming is streaming. It doesn't matter.
World. Almost feeling like this esports event that nobody has to leave their house in order to participate in. His last league tournament brought together 40 creators from different sides.
But that's like 40 collabs. Wait, I'm bugging. Hold on. 22, 23.
To leave their house in order to participate.
That's still smart though. Everybody's getting their own content. Everybody's eating. Everybody on this list gonna eat. He's helping you help out. This is an industry of helping, making content, streaming together. This is what y'all were saying, that streamers don't do enough, and now they're doing it. But they're doing it in the most formal, easiest way possible. Who doesn't like doing things easy sometimes? Because once you overwork yourself and you can't work no more, then what do? You sit there. Don't ever hate on another man's work, bro. Especially if you're not doing nothing.
His last league tournament.
I'm sorry. I just hate that.
Brought together 40 creators from different sides of the internet, all spanning different parts of the world. And again, nobody had to come and be in person in order for this to take place. No big overhead, no big production. Different personalities, unique talents, different POVs, different communities. It gave the competition, it gave the arguments, it gave people a reason to watch. While the game does give something for people to do, the creators still are the ones that provide the content. And I ultimately think that's why this worked. Same thing with the kwazi and Speed Minecraft tournament. Sure, Minecraft is the shared game in and of itself, but when you combine iShow, Speed, and
I ain't gonna lie, they was going through it this stream game. I ain't gonna care. you could genuinely tell, like, yeah, they thought of this before, like it'd be a good idea, but there was some regret. There was some regret in probably like day 3 game. They talking about they ain't showered and all that. That's when you knew something was bad, bro.
kwazi and hell, they could be doing woodworking and people would find it entertaining. And the same goes for your Rage and Emily. You don't need professional.
Like, bro, they don't even gotta do this either. That's the thing. They could literally go cut grass. You're gonna watch it. They could literally go work at a fast food place. You're gonna watch it. They could literally go send a caretaker home and take care of the elderly. You're gonna watch it. Like, bro, they've made a name for themselves to the point, whatever they do, bro, some of their community, somebody gonna watch it. So like, they don't really care no more. Like, they could do this off stream, but they choose to just play the games and have y'all watching them play games. And y'all make them money. Don't hate the player, hate the game, bro.
Players to make these gaming excursions work. As long as you have two big and bold personalities, the content creator of it all, then ultimately people will find this to be enjoyable. This is where I think a lot of the IRL streamers and content creators that came up last year and maybe even the year before that got it all wrong. They didn't understand, or at least underestimated, the value of the creator and what they bring to the table. They thought the big event of it all, the surrounding effects of it all, were the real draw. But what's being proven in 2026 is that it's the creator that brings all of the great things to the table. The creator is the one that amplifies what's supposed to be going on. And in fact, I saw a big movement in the past couple years where the creator didn't even try anymore. They just let the IRL event of it all kind of take the front and center of it. But I don't think that that's great for building like a long-lasting audience, more so for building clips and getting these viral moments together. But I especially think if we're talking about building and growing and connecting to a community, not saying it's the end all be all, but what you can create and do from behind your desktop and in your own comfort of your own home is something that is invaluable.
Come on, bro. Come on, Em.
Wait, what?
Look at this. Select AI video, then CDance 2.5, then long video.
That's exactly what I see when I look at a creator like
Hey, you gonna buy a new controller? Cause y'all pay him money as he's playing. Like, hey, Chico, I swear. I'm gonna get back on my gaming things, man. I'm gonna get back on my gaming things. What a bro.
She's doing another version of the creator desktop revolution. Instead of constantly traveling to find the content and find these other creators to do these collaborations surrounding these big things with, she's actually bringing people into her own environment, proving that it's not the outside that makes the event. It's really us as creators and what we can do behind the camera.
Did you hear the good news?
What's the good news?
The Blue Jays might make the wild card.
The Blue Jays?
The Blue Jays going crazy right now.
Who are the Blue Jays?
Don't fucking piss me off.
Who the fuck are the Blue Jays?
The fucking Blue. Do you know who the Dodgers are?
Yeah.
That makes me sick to my fucking stomach, fam. What do you mean you know who the Dodgers are? You don't know who the fuck the Blue Jays are, man. Fuck the Dodgers.
Come on. Please.
No longer is the event centralized in these streams. It's about the chat. It's about the community.
Yo, Kyle, wait. Kyle the one who did that first, right? The thons and all that. He was the one first. Hey, when this all said and done, bro, we all gonna know who the kings or the pioneers of this streaming stuff is, bro. So that really makes it harder for us new creators to, like, you know, figure out ways to make something new. Cause it feel like every idea been taken, but you never know, bro.
It's about the interaction. When you're sitting at the desktop, the relationship seems so natural and clear to see. You got your streamer talking to the chat talks to the streamer. It's as simple as that. And that's the basics and foundation of what desktop streaming is. I don't think that desktop streaming came back because all of a sudden people are having this nostalgic moment. I think it came back because streamers are figuring out ways to make it bigger and better than ever without sacrificing or losing what made the streams work in the first place. And if this continues, then you might see a big shift in how streamers go about making content going forward. The comeback isn't just streamers sitting down and playing video games for hours on end. Now that streamers have put this IRL component to its limits, they are now asking themselves, how can I do this at home? And it's creating some of the greatest content in the world. Creators are now building bigger and greater ideas around their desktop. Streamer Erase just ran Cobbleverse, which is this 100-hour Pokemon, Minecraft, they call it Cobblemon, hodgepodge of a game that lasted nearly a week. 100 streamers, hours of content, great fun to be had for everybody around. And Jinxie is pretty much doing the same exact thing. He's hosting these tournaments that are connecting streamers and content creators.
I want to host a tournament. I just don't know what game. Cause I gotta be good at it too, so that, like, I'm not looking terrible out there. It might have to be FIFA, bro. It might have to be FIFA. I'ma see.
From around the world for these big, massive events that are getting branded, sponsored. It's bringing the competitiveness. It's bringing all of the great things that we like about streaming and content creation and gaming all in one. And the beauty of it is that nobody has to leave their house. And that's the bigger shift here. And I want to break down something that a lot of people aren't really addressing. Look, the truth is that streaming in reality actually built its foundation on the IRL aspect of it all. When we think about Justin TV, which is what Twitch was called before it was actually called Twitch, the creator of...
For real? Justin. Interesting.
Of the app, Justin was somebody who's just streaming their everyday life. When you fast forward to 2024 and 2025 and see all of the endeavors that people have been putting on.
Hey, let's clap it up for Justin, man. He's probably made Buddy's probably made Pink. So Justin thanking us too. Word, bro.
To streams these days, it's taken a turn for what some people may say is the worst. The costs are getting extraordinary, from the streaming backpacks to the cameras to the setups, all of these different things. Then when you factor in the other production aspects and elements of it all, I'm talking about getting the place and space put together, getting the cast and stuff that are needed in order to do these things. Then when you factor in the name when it comes to IRL streaming, there's a certain connotation that is following IRL streaming, similar to being a content content creator of itself or being a podcaster. I'm gonna let you guys know that if you let somebody know that you're a podcaster and that's your form of content creation, there's a bad connotation that is involved with it. And that's the same thing that's going on with IRL streaming. If you let somebody know you're an IRL streamer, I mean, hell, on this channel especially, we're gonna think that you're somebody who's closely connected to streaming platforms like Kick, and you go out there and you are a nuisance streamer. And you're gonna get tied to the low effort content of it all.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Kick is one thing that, like, Kick. I think Kick is the reason that streaming may look bad sometimes, gang. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Kick is where all the throw people go off to go stream, gang. And it's not. I'm not just saying that. You literally seen it. You literally seen it multiple times. All the throw dog people who are not right there go on Kick and put the dumb stuff over there, bro. You've literally seen it, gang. So Kick is one thing that, like, yeah, that's like one bug of streaming that we gotta get rid of. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, we've seen people over these past couple of years just prop up streams, say they're going outside and live IRL, and that's also like just low effort content. They're not really doing anything. I'm saying all this to say is that IRL content for the past couple of years has had its peaks and its highs. You did have content creators and streamers who were putting on big endeavors that were beautiful and they were fun experiences. But I think if you look at the bigger picture, a lot of it was not fruitful. It was very, very costly. The connotations of an IRL streamer has gotten out there. We're seeing content creators left, right, and sideways getting dinged for having IRL streams, whether it be with dealing with fees with Airbnb, police, all these other things. It's really not a good looking.
And there's a lot of money you gotta invest in IRLs too. That's what a lot of people don't think about. So I'm telling you, bro, money's tight. The world is not really. The world is in a place that, like, nobody knows what's going on. So, like, everybody's just trying stuff again. So if a dude's already trying from his computer, bro, let him try, bro. At this point, cause it ain't no point. You're not gonna change the situation for him. So you might as well just leave them be, bro. So
in the space, because at the end of the day, there's this lack of connection that you're having with your chat, you're having with your community. You're not really building an audience. You're more so chasing a viral moment. After all, that is a part of the foundation of a good, healthy streamer, is that they have a good, healthy fan base that is committed to watching their content, whether it be the big streams or whether it be them just talking to a Discord server. You need that fan base and that community, but if you're not cultivating that because you're outside doing workout videos with women, ultimately you probably won't be successful. Just 5 months ago, we predicted that this was going to be reality on this channel, and it seems as though it is here today. People want the authenticity. People want the real. People don't want the gimmicks associated with the IRL streaming of it all. And I think as we get more and more down the rabbit hole, peeling back the curtain of what IRL streaming is, it's a lot of fake, it's a lot of hired, it's a lot of overproduced, it's a lot of lack of value. And I think that we will see a lot more content creators run to the desktops and have real marathon streams, high produced streams while they are at the desktop. I'm not saying that it wasn't fruitful for these creators to go out there and do their IRL stuff. All the production stuff that they learned, all of the content creation goodness that they learned while
you come back and incorporate it into your desktop, man. I'm learning. See, even me too, I'm learning, gang. That's what I'm telling you with movies and all that stuff, bro. You end up learning about this, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna let play it out.
Being outside, they are now bringing it into their homes. And for what it's worth, it is making for better produced content. No longer are they just doing these solo endeavors when it comes to games. It's, hey,
like, people want real again, bro. People want the realness again. They want the realness again. So this is like bringing it back, bro.
How can we take a simple Minecraft hardcore game and turn it up to the max? And ultimately, we are seeing the fruits of the labor. But
that being said, though, video. But that's all I got for today. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.